Hello, you're watching RTV, Stirling University's Filmmaking Society, and welcome back to the Great AirTV Locations Tour, the show where I show you all around Stirling to where RTV have filmed some of their greatest films, from back in the glory days and up to now. And in today's episode, I'll be taking you all around Stirling to show you all of the best benches that have featured in RTV videos. That's right. We'll be showing you all the benches that Stirling has to offer, so that if you want to include a bench in one of your films, you'll know all the best spots for them. Or, if you just want to come and sit down, you'll know where they are. So anyway, get up, follow me, let me show you. Now for our first bench, you join us at the university, outside of the Cottrell building, where just over a year ago, a boy named Bert experienced an odd growth on the back of his very neck. And it was for the climactic end scene where Bert has to destroy said growth. The filmmakers decided to film on this bench right here. Wow. And if I hold it up like this, you can see not much has changed. The bench is still a great shade of brown. The leaves as well now. But yeah, as for the bench itself, as you can see, very traditional, good wood. You sit here, you get a view of the bus stop, kind of. You can see people coming from the entrance. Overall, a very nice traditional bench, and if you want to film a bench for your film, this one is as good as it gets, really, And just a short walk away from that bench, you'll find all of these benches. Wow, so many benches, and they have tables as well. Isn't that fantastic? There are so many benches here, in fact, that this area was used to film an open mic night for the ATVA film Changeling, which, as you can imagine, hosted quite a lot of people. And if I hold this up like this, there, you can see, wow, so many happy people, crowds of people. Not so many people there at the moment, but, these benches, they rank pretty highly. I'd recommend. Perfect spot for a night out or for any scenes involving large crowds. But alas, onward. Anyway, we're down here at the park, the King's Park to be specific, and a park really isn't a park without benches. All that dog walking and frisbee throwing really leaves you out of breath and in need of a sit down. But this bench here wasn't just host to, ordinary park goer, no. It was for door-to-door salesmen that sat on this bench. And if I do this, you can imagine the four Mormon-esque salesmen still sitting here. And as for the bench itself, it's silver, metal, not your typical bench. You don't get something like this every day, but it's nice. Not very comfortable, but, beggars can't be choosers, But anyway, follow me. Now, just further down the park, there's the Peace of Mind garden. And this bench here, look at it. It's ideal for any romantics out there, because this bench is where, in the film To My New Friend Gordon 2, To My Old Friend Gordon, the titular character of Gordon sat on this bench with his husband, Elf. And, if I do this, you can see, can almost imagine the two of them sitting there together, very cozy and romantic, if that's your thing, you might enjoy it. But, the bench itself, again, this is a metal one, not great, wood is always quite better, but, it's a bench. Anyway, that's all we have time for in today's episode. I hope you've learned a thing or two about benches and the RTV films that have utilised them so well. Happy benching.